Hey guys, this is the AniManga cast. I am Austin, here with sexy kawaii Geraldtron.
I don't even know what to say. That was such a great introduction. What's up, guys?
And his senpai in shining armor, Chris.
Hello, everybody.
Alright, and we're going to kick this thing off. We're going to start off with what we've been watching or reading. Who wants to kick us off?
I think I will.
Alright, cool.
Let's do it.
Okay, so since our last episode of our AniManga cast, I finished the Everyday Life with Monster Girls anime. I started it last time. Pretty good in the end.
I keep hearing stuff about that show.
It was weird, but it was pretty good. It was very interesting and definitely entertaining.
What's that Snake Girl's character? That Snake Girl?
She's a Lamia. Her name's Mia.
Do you know they have a body pillow for her that's like extremely long?
Really?
I definitely see it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
They do, and I'm like, that is ridiculous.
I mean, but it's suiting.
Definitely sounds ridiculous.
How do you have sex with that?
I think it requires like both of your feet, but I'm not quite sure.
Really?
Yeah. Who knows?
Gerald, have you checked out that Monster
I have
Musume?
not yet, but I actually haven't heard anything about it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like super popular.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a super popular ecchi show.
It was this from this past season of anime.
Oh snap! All right, I gotta.
So it, like,
catch
just
up with
finished.
Dude,
the
I can't
times.
stop even hearing about that. I see like commercials of that on Crunchyroll and all kinds of stuff, man. It's like everywhere.
Oh, that's why I don't use Crunchyroll very much, but I guess I should.
I have a Crunchyroll account, so I use it all the time.
It's my swag.
Nice.
I'm always using Crunchyroll.
I like to eat crunchy rolls.
So after that, I also watched the anime movie Expelled from Paradise.
Oh.
I watched the dub of it. It was pretty freaking awesome. Johnny Young Bosch was one of the main three characters.
I have not seen that. No.
Um,
That sounds like I think that's familiar. Yeah, I think I've seen. I mean, I've heard about that.
it's on Netflix. That's where I watched
Yeah,
it.
that's right. I saw it on Netflix. I haven't watched it though. I think it's
Yeah.
on the list.
Yeah, no, I checked it out. It was pretty nice. It was definitely interesting. It got me thinking at points. It very nice science fiction anime movie.
I love me some science fiction.
I know you do.
Definitely.
Wait, who dubbed it? What company?
It was dubbed by Aniplex.
Oh,
Oh,
I like Aniplex.
indeed.
Yeah.
Their dubs are usually really good.
It was a really good dub. Wendy Lee did the main character of Angela Balzac. I knew one of you would laugh.
I couldn't help myself thinking about Balzac.
Balzac.
I know. It's just funny. Is it Balzac?
Then Johnny Young Bosch did a character called Frontier Setter.
God, we're such little kids.
And then Stephen Bloom did the other main character.
Dude, Steve Bloom is life.
He really is. After that, I checked out the first season of Knights of Sidonia, which is a Netflix exclusive anime.
Yeah.
Or
That's like-
Netflix original anime.
That's like all CG, right?
Yeah, it is. But so was Expelled from Paradise.
Oh, it is. Oh.
But Expelled from Paradise had much nicer CG than Knights of Sidonia does.
Well, I mean, it's a movie. It has a movie budget, so
Yeah.
yeah, makes sense.
And yeah, Knights of Sidonia I just didn't like as much as it seems most people did. It had its points that were decently interesting, but for the most part, I was bored. Yeah. Though I did watch it and Expelled from Paradise on the same day, so I got even more Johnny Young Bosch sci-fi.
Dude, yes.
Because he does the main character in that. I then watched the anime Gate from this past season.
Dude, I really want to watch that. Man, you're like watching so many new stuff. I'm still like, I'm watching stuff from like 3 seasons ago.
Well, no,
I watch stuff that
too.
Either I usually watch stuff that is ended,
Mm-hmm.
and I wait until it's ended. So once it's ended and I'm watching it, people have already seen it and they're watching the stuff that just now finished airing.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I'm behind on the new stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to keep ahead of you somehow.
Yeah, of course.
Damn
you!
But I've got Crunchyroll, and so it updates things every week. I have a premium account, so I'm watching a lot of the stuff that they're bringing out as they
pay
get
for it?
out. I do $7 a month.
Oh, sweet. Actually,
Nice.
I watch it with ads, but
But see, with ads, you can't watch like the brand new episodes if they come out. And man, I was missing out. I was missing that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially with watching Fairy Tail every week.
Oh, of course.
Actually,
yes.
I remember. I think I told you about this, Chris. I know I don't know about Chris. I meant Gerald. Yeah, I know told you about this, Gerald, because I was watching at the time. This is before you watched Anohana, but I was watching Anohana, and I was trying to watch it, but it needed premium for like half the show.
Oh yeah.
And so I had to like go and like watch it on a streaming site, on a different site.
I actually did hear. You actually did tell me about that because we watched Anohana right about the same time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and then we were talking about how
then we were talking about it at school.
We were talking about how Gerald didn't have a life because he hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah, I think I did have a life before I saw it, and then after that, everything just kind of destroyed, and my life kind of imploded. So now I'm here. Anyway,
now you're here with the rest of us lifeless losers. But after I finished Gate, I saw on Crunchyroll. Apparently, last time I thought I had finished Charlotte because at the end of episode 12, it gave all the signs for being the last episode. It was a very, very good ending for a season. It played the opening theme song at the end instead of the beginning, like final episodes do a lot.
Yeah.
I thought it was the final episode, but it turns out that there was a 13th episode.
Yeah, I was hearing about that because I was like going through and I was seeing everybody was like putting their reaction for the last episode. Like, didn't Chris finish that? I was like,
no.
Like, wait a second, that wasn't that what?
I thought it had. The 13th episode wasn't out at our last podcast.
Chris, you got some exclusives. You know Key like personally, and they're like sending you episodes.
Yes, I saw it. I saw it ahead of time.
You got it on the black market.
It's like I've got connections.
I know a guy. He's got like a trench coat with anime in it.
But no, episode 12. Episode 12 would have been a very nice ending to the series. Definitely for at least the season. But episode 13 completely went and fucked that up.
Was it good?
No, it was terrible.
It was terrible?
Episode 13 was a terrible final episode.
Oh, man. Was it like cliffhanger?
No, it wasn't a cliffhanger. It ended. It resolved the story.
Oh, man.
But it crammed way too much content into the final episode.
Really?
It basically had a season or two worth of content in one episode.
It was that rushed?
Yes, it really
God.
was. I would give more explanation, but I don't want to give any spoilers.
I thought you were going to say it was a cliffhanger. I'm like, maybe they're making a second season. But no, if it's not a cliffhanger. No, man.
I would prefer a cliffhanger.
Dude, that'd be cool. The second season. Like, Key never makes second season, so.
Except of Clannad.
Yeah, I mean, Clannad's like an exception.
But, episode 12 ended. If they stopped at episode 12, it would have been cliffhanger. It would have been great for a second season. It would have been much better. But episode 13 completely tried rushing it, resolving the entire story, and it didn't go over well.
Mm-hmm. Man.
So
that kind of makes me disappointed, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
That's huge poop.
Sucks. It's huge poop.
If it hit it in with 12, I was easily gonna give it a 9, and now because of 13, it may get 8.
Oh man.
Just because of that one episode.
That one thing, man.
That one thing.
Yeah,
just
and that's an 8 closer to a 7, not 8 closer to a 9.
You went and fucked it up, man.
But after that, I went and watched Shokugeki no Soma, also known as Food Wars.
Yeah, Food Wars.
That was quite awesome. I loved Food Wars.
It's like a bunch of fan service with food.
Yes,
really?
But it was.
Oh my gosh!
It was very awesome anime.
Looks like the girls eat it and then they have like orgasms.
Basically, is what it looks like sometimes. But it was very.
Like in Toriko, whenever they eat, they act like they're having an orgasm. Good lord! I know you guys haven't seen Toriko, but man, they like freak out. Oh my god! Like freaking out, man. Japanese
but no,
people love them food.
It was a very good anime. Very kept me entertained throughout the entire thing, and gave me lots of different ideas to cook because I do like to cook.
Oh snap! Cooking, Chris.
I love me
because most of the things that they make in the anime they do explain quite in depth of how to make.
No way. That's
cool.
That's pretty weird and unique and like Jesus, I want to watch it. Oh my god.
It's like if you watched it, the only thing it doesn't really go into depth on is exact times and temperatures. But with enough people watching it, I'm sure plenty of people are trying, and you can always find that online. Or you can test it yourself.
Yo, fuck Food Network. That Shokugeki no Soma, man.
Exactly, man. And then after that, I watched Roka, Braves of the Six Flowers, also from this past season.
Oh yeah.
Um, based off the light novel series of the same name.
Actually, a lot of series are based off of light novels now, more than
Yeah,
manga.
A lot more than manga recently.
Because back then it used to be like every once in a while, but recently it's been more light.
Yeah.
Because light novels got some good content.
And that was pretty interesting. I think it's probably an 8 in my book.
Sweet.
How
many episodes is that? 13?
13, yeah, or 12 or 13.
Figured.
It's
like most of the season that came out. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty good. There were some parts where it wasn't, it was a little dull at first. It didn't catch me at the first 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah, I always give a show 5 episodes before I decide if I'm going to like it or not.
I usually give it 3 to, if I absolutely don't like, if I'm at episode 3 and I don't like it at all, I usually stop.
But let me just say, I can't finish. I can't finish. I can't finish an anime. We know that's wrong. I can't not finish an anime. Like,
yes, that's definitely true.
I usually feel that way too. Besides, at episode 3, I'm usually not. By the episode 3, I'm usually not absolutely hating an anime. So I'll usually continue past it, and then it usually catches me at 4 or 5 to where I'm watching it all the way through.
I feel like I'm really easy because I go up to like episode 2, and then I'm like, you know what? Yeah. I mean, like, no matter what, I'm gonna end up watching the whole thing, unless something life-threatening comes up, and like I got a spider that crashes through my ceiling, and suddenly I have to fight it. Like, usually you'll see me finish it.
That
but
should be an anime.
Definitely. I think that'd be a great anime, especially if it's like a house full of Mexicans. So it's just like we got a sandal and like a hanger and a bunch of other weapons.
But then I also checked out a movie from fall of 1992.
Ooh.
And you would probably have heard of this movie, Austin.
Yeah. Because
it is the very beginning of the story for Legend of the Galactic Heroes Gaiden, Golden Wings.
Dude.
It is the movie. It's the movie all about the beginnings of Reinhardt and Siegfried.
Oh, is that the one that's like weird, like differently animated from the show?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen the show.
I'm trying to remember. So there's one that people say skip because they don't like it. Is it bad?
I enjoyed it, but I haven't seen any of the show.
Okay, dude,
and most people who check out the movie check out the movies probably have.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember because I watched one of the movies that takes place before. But I'm trying
Honestly,
to remember what it was called.
It's reviews on my anime list.
I don't think it was that one. I don't think it was Golden Wings.
Yeah. I've seen one thing above a 6 on my anime list though.
Oh,
it's
see, that's
8256.
Yeah, see, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one that people don't like.
I mean, I enjoyed it.
I haven't checked it out.
I give it an 8.
You check out the show though. There's one,
I will. I'm planning on it eventually.
I'm trying to remember. Man, my mind is blank. There was one of the movies I checked out, but like right before watching the show, and it made me fall in love with it. But you should definitely check out the show. It's so freaking good.
Okay.
Just so that was good.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it.
All right, then I'll check that out.
And then the most recent thing has to be the I am rewatching Beyblade from my childhood.
Dude, Beyblade.
Wait,
the original Beyblade.
Oh, okay, nice.
Actually, have you seen any of the newer stuff like Metal Fusion or anything?
I did.
Yes.
I watched the entire Metal Fusion, and I believe halfway through the next season of it.
When it used to, I don't know if they're still showing it now, but they used to have it on Cartoon Network a while back, and I know they're still showing Beyblade, but I don't know about that season.
No, now I believe it's the newest season, Shogun Steel.
Oh, okay, because I remember that used to be on. And I used to watch it every morning before school. Even like I was in high school, but I'm watching it before school. I'm like, oh man, this is so cool.
My brother recorded it, so I watched it quite a bit.
Man,
the acting was cheesy as fuck.
Right, but like,
but that's how most kid animes are.
The name of the main character just is always stuck in my head thanks to that guy who had he had the Leon Beyblade, I think it was. He's just like Jenga Hagani, and I'm like, oh my god!
Jenga,
they would just repeat his name, and like. As crazy as I was about that show when I was younger, it was just always like, dude, calm down.
Dude,
but yeah, no, I'm and while I did find that entertaining, in my book, it didn't even hold up at all to the original classic Beyblade, which is what I'm rewatching right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sweet.
Like
Color?
with Tyson and Kai and Max and
Yes.
Ray. Yeah.
I remember Kai.
And the Catchy's Hell theme song.
Dude, yeah, but that voice acting though.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
like
god.
whenever I used to watch like those shows, especially like Yu-Gi-Oh. You have like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Like it's time to duel Seto Kaiba. I will defeat you, Yugi. Like, ugh, God.
Uh,
Looking back on it, I'm like, man,
and
Yeah, I know.
It was amazing.
they went to the best acting schools in town. I'm telling you.
Definitely.
That's the thing in town.
But that's all the anime I've been checking out. And my manga list really is about the same as last week.
Nothing new.
No.
That's cool.
But quick thing about, I mentioned Gate a bit earlier. In episode, I'm not really giving spoilers in this though. In episode 9 or 10, it did make a reference to a different anime, the Fate series,
Oh, I love Fate.
like Fate Stay Night, Fate Zero.
Yeah, Fate's awesome.
Because there were a lot of they were using code names for some people, and the code names were Archer, Lancer, Saber.
Right.
And then the people were on an undercover mission, and to basically their terminology for the mission was the Holy Grail. So when they aborted the mission, they said that the Grail was broken.
Mm-hmm.
And so obvious reference to the Fate series.
Yeah, of course.
And I absolutely flipped out because it was great.
I freaking love Fate.
Yeah, Fate's a freaking. I've only seen Fate Zero, but it was
That's all you
amazing.
want, son? I've seen Fate Zero, and then I've seen Fate Stay Night, the 2006 one,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've seen the not Unlimited Blade Works, the new one, but there was an old movie back after the original Fate Stay Night came out. I've seen that too. I've not seen the new one yet. I'm planning on it. I have it on my
But
watch
okay,
list
okay,
right now.
I'm just saying, Unlimited Blade Works is more like Unlimited Budget Works. That animation is amazing.
I know.
I've seen clips of it.
Good God.
Oh my god.
Ufotable, just like they are the best animation studio right now.
It's like that animation just blows my mind.
Good Lord.
But honestly, the Fate series has always had amazing animation for when they come out.
If anybody
It's-
ever says anything bad about the animation of anime, I will show them that.
Yeah, the Fate series has amazing animation, all of them. But Unlimited
Well, I mean,
Blade Works is just mind blowing.
The old ones were average.
Yeah.
Average for the time. But Zero, I remember watching Fate Zero. Like, that was good. Especially the action
Zero
scenes
had
just
a
look
really great
amazing.
animation.
Like, the action scenes just looks
Yeah.
just really good.
But yeah, Zero is the only one that I've really seen. I do want to check out the rest of them though. They're out. I just haven't really gotten around to them quite yet.
Yeah. No, I plan on checking out Unlimited Blade Works. I just it's literally bookmarked on my computer. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I guess I'll let Gerald go. You want to go, Gerald?
Yeah. So recently I found out, actually from last week, I found out the manga that I was talking about.
Oh shit!
Yes, and it's actually, let me go ahead and read you.
Did you hire a detective?
I hired a detective. It was myself, and I did a damn good
Did
job.
you give them a cheeseburger?
I gave them 2 and some donuts as well.
So you gave yourself, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, come on, I gotta reward myself for my amazing work. Who else is gonna do it? Yeah, but it's called Ibitsu. Ibitsu.
Oh, I think I have heard that.
Have you?
The
I
name
think so.
sounds familiar.
No, seriously, I think so. Because I remember you telling me telling us the synopsis, and I remember thinking that sounded so familiar, but I didn't know what it was called. I think that's what it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard about that.
Yeah, so let me read you this real quick. Okay, so the synopsis is: a boy went to take out his trash. See, I knew the trash was relevant. I knew it. A boy went to take his trash out late one night and found a strange, creepy Lolita woman sitting amongst the
Way to
garbage
say it.
bags. She asked if he had a sister, and he answered her, hurrying afterwards back to his apartment. When he looked out the window, she was gone. Who is the strange woman, and why did she give him such a bad feeling? And it's weird. I don't know, but I
How do you
read
spell
that. Ibitsu.
Okay.
So when I finally found it, I was freaking out, like, oh my gosh, because I liked it so much. Like, I really enjoyed it, and it's really hard for me to remember something that I read a while ago that was so short. You know, it was a very brief It was a very brief manga. I believe it's only 2 volumes. Or at least for me, that's brief anyway. Compared to like, you remember Austin? I read freaking Bleach in like what, like 3 weeks.
You read it
And
so
so
fast.
I'm used to having that kind of stuff. But I actually reread that. I read it pretty fast too. I think I read it in a day.
Gerald,
Yes.
you read manga like I watch anime. That's creepy.
I read a lot of manga too. Just saying.
No, I
Yeah,
know,
come
but
on.
you remember, right?
See, Austin, you're the crazy anime guy. Gerald's the crazy manga guy. I'm the balance.
Yes, you're the
Between the
perfect
two.
Yeah,
balance.
you like to balance them.
So he's the cooler one out of us. Sorry, bro. Yeah, so I actually read that, caught up to it, and I loved it just as much as I did the first time. Oh my gosh. Um, Also, I decided to check out Gare, and
Oh, sweet.
The
I
manga.
haven't. Yes. I think I'm on like chapter 4 because I've been like reading it during class, so I've been kind of having to go on and off because the professors are like, "Get off your phones." Well, not all of them, but some of them are just like, "It's so disrespectful," and I'm like, "You said we're allowed to get on our phones. What is wrong with you?"
Sir, I will eat your phone. And he like pushes up his glasses like every glasses anime character.
With the middle finger, and
They
then
always-
it
yeah,
shines.
always.
It's gonna gleam.
Or,
It
like,
always has to gleam.
man, and I've noticed in One Piece, like they move their glasses up a lot. Like everybody who has glasses, they always move it with their hands. Like that one guy,
Yeah.
I forgot his name. The blades on his hand.
Oh,
What's his name again?
Kuro something. It was the Captain
yeah.
Kuro something.
Yeah, and then there's like a chick later on that does that too. There's like, yeah, I've noticed that. That was
No.
weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true though. That's something that's popular amongst any anime that you watch. It's always got to happen though. Like if they don't move their glasses, they're fake. Yeah, but I
Those are
found.
painted on.
So yeah, I found that manga Ibitsu, and then I started reading Gare, and Gare is actually pretty good. I'm really liking it. It kind of pisses me off though that it only got animated for like 45 seconds, and that was at the end of Gare Zero, and I was just like, really, come on, like they looked so cool, and I was so ready to see more, and it was just so, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it was heartbreaking to realize that it wasn't animated yet.
I'm definitely gonna check that out.
You definitely should. I would recommend it to the both of y'all, like right now. As a matter of fact, we should end this. Forget anybody
Yeah.
listening. No, JK.
Nah.
We just keep
I'll check it out
recording
once I
It's just like
get caught up.
silent. We keep it recording it silent. We're just all sitting here reading.
Put some like elevator music on. Definitely. As for anime, I actually finished. I rewatched the last episode of Gare because I guess I just couldn't remember it too well. So I rewatched it. Ugh, ugh. It was a good ending. Or Gare Zero, my bad. Gare Zero.
That, God, that ending. I just
Yeah.
kept thinking about how I cried.
I
The
didn't
ending
cry,
was
but like I
intense.
got the feels. Like I
Yeah.
got it, but I punched the wall before a tear came out, so it kind of just like came back in.
I remember
I was fine.
I had a friend of mine watch that show after me, and he was like, "How did you cry?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know, okay?"
You're like, I was confused, man.
It's like I was having an emotional day.
I
That's how
am
I was.
in a very emotional state right now.
That's how I was during
Work was hard.
during some parts in Attack on Titan. There was one part in Attack on Titan that I cried at.
I stubbed
No
my
way.
toe.
Yeah. No, there was one part in Attack on Titan that I cried at. And Austin, when he watched it, he's like, "Where did you cry?"
Yeah,
He was like, I can't understand.
I watched Attack on Titan 3 times. I watched it 2 times subbed and 1 time dubbed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Dude,
I don't remember. I was like, what? I don't. Huh? You know, it's whatever.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I've seen
no.
that like 3 times subbed, and I don't think I've finished it dubbed.
The
Ugh.
dub's actually not bad. I like it.
Nice,
I own
nice.
the first few episodes of the dub, like the first 4 or something.
Oh, you have like one of those single DVDs, right?
Yeah.
It was like
I
Volume 1 or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Isn't it Pappenbrook doing the
Yeah.
main voice?
Yeah, it's
Well, I-
Pappenbrook,
Okay.
Aaron.
I've heard
He's
some
been-
people
Nice.
complain about him. I like him. I like.
I
I
like
like-
him. I
He's been
really
doing
like
a lot
it.
of big roles lately,
Yeah,
too.
dude.
Right?
He was.
Aaron and Kirito.
Yeah, and he was also Rin Nakamura and
Yeah,
Blue Exorcist.
Blue Exorcist.
No way. Oh, okay. There's. All right. That's great. Yes, of course, of course, of course.
He's getting some big stuff. Yeah.
Oh, Bryce Pappenbrook also does Masayo Makita in
Oh,
Durarara.
that's right. I forgot about his.
Oh, that was my show.
I don't know why I didn't think about that one.
And he does Shiro Emiya in the Fate series.
Probably I didn't think of him because I watched the first season subbed and the second season dubbed, and the second season doesn't have as big of a role.
I watched.
Not the
Yeah.
first half of the second season, not the second.
He did Red in Pokemon Origins.
Oh yeah, Red. I've seen the dub for that too.
But yeah, before all this, I watched Blue Exorcist. The only thing I really knew him from was Shugo Kunisaki in Dot Hack Legend of the Twilight.
Yeah. Because he was really young when he did that.
Yeah, he was.
But anyway, where was I? Gare Zero,
Yeah,
and then
what else did you watch?
what else did I watch? I also watched Akame got killed. Yes.
Yes.
Kiru.
I'm still working on it, but
Guys.
Yes.
Get your pitchforks ready. I haven't seen it.
Oh, I'm not even surprised, honestly. Like, the only
yeah,
reason
me neither.
I checked it out was because I found it on FiOS.
It's on
And it was-
Toonami, but I refuse to watch things weekly.
Oh, I didn't know it was getting dubbed.
Oh,
Yeah, it's getting
I
dubbed.
didn't know the dub
right
was
now.
coming out.
It's on there, but I let it play in the background, but I don't watch it because I don't like watching things weekly because I can't help but being like, what is going to happen next? And I will literally stop watching on Toonami to watch it subbed on Crunchyroll or something.
Yeah,
Right, that's what I did. Oh my gosh. But that's
what
what
I
I think.
did with Fairy Tail when I caught up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that.
Like when I caught up to the Funimation dub,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not gonna wait for this dub to keep coming out, so I'm just going to
Just
skip ahead with the sub.
On Toonami, they're also bringing out Parasite soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dubbed on there, and I'm gonna watch that when it's done. Same thing with the Comic Got Killed. Like as soon as it's done, I'm checking it out. But
Yeah, my brother just added that to our Crunchyroll queue.
No, I mean, but it's really good though. Like, there's this part where spoiler, and then spoiler. No, I'm kidding.
man,
So many spoilers, right?
I might strangle you.
um,
Alright, is that it for your anime?
yes,
That's
yes, it is.
You're
I was
Boston?
actually, I'm supposed to check out Cowboy Bebop by this week.
Oh, I
because-
forgot you were supposed to watch
Yes.
that, man. You
Um,
should.
Where
No, yeah, I was gonna check it out, but with the
You
things that I had going
promised.
on over here, I'm sorry.
here?
You broke
um,
the promise to your childhood friend. That's the
How many
classic anime
episodes
cliche.
is it though?
A lot.
It's a lot of episodes. See,
I think so.
That's what I'm scared of because right now I have a bunch of
Wait.
tests coming up, and I'm just like
Bebop? Bebop's 26, I think.
26. That's it.
What's it? Only 26?
Really? Oh my
I'm
god! Then I
I'm
can
almost
finish that.
positive, Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I can finish that in a weekend. So, shoot, I think I might start checking it out during the week. Hopefully, I'll have it halfway done because I know that everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's amazing, Cowboy Bebop."
It gets super
You're right.
good
It
near
was
the end.
26. Wow.
It gets super good near the end.
Really?
I thought it was longer than that.
Like
Yeah.
it feels longer. Like a lot happened in it. It's because it's episodic, so a new thing happens each episode almost.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a movie for it too that I haven't seen.
The movie's really good.
I haven't seen the movie yet.
Man, that movie's good. Seriously, it plays out like a regular episode. It's just longer.
Nice. That sounds really subtle and enjoyable.
It's really cool.
Yeah, that's it for the stuff that I have going on recently.
All right, that's cool. All right, so
Sure, Boston.
I'm gonna get into mine. Anime.
All right, let me get my popcorn out. All right, let's do this.
Anime. Since our discussion last time, it made me really want to watch One Piece.
One Piece.
So I watched Water 7, all of it.
And how did you like it?
It was pretty damn good, not gonna lie.
Right.
Do you
Oh,
agree with?
okay.
Do you agree with the assessment on where you're currently at? That's one of the best arcs that
Yeah,
we made last time.
I would definitely say
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
It was definitely really good. I really like Frankie. I knew about Frankie. Obviously, I've known about Frankie forever. Since before I ever watched One Piece, I knew who Frankie was.
Yeah.
But seeing him in the show, I really like his character and the way he acts and everything.
Just wait till you get to Brook and Thriller Bark.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
no, I've seen a little bit of Brooke, like a little clips of him. I like him too. Also, I've heard his song, the Yo Ho Ho Ho.
Oh yeah, Pink Sake.
Yeah,
Yo,
I like that. Dude, that song's sketchy.
Yeah, it really is.
But yeah, it was good. It was good. I really enjoyed it. Not gonna spoil anything, but the twist in that arc,
Mm-hmm.
good stuff. Good writing.
Yes.
You got that. You got that down. Oda is a genius.
Oda is amazing.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I definitely can't wait to watch more One Piece. I really love it. I have a question though. Who you guys' favorite Straw Hat?
My favorite Straw Hat has to be Black Lake Sanji.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love Sanji.
Sanji's a badass. Yeah.
Sanji
think
is a badass.
I don't know why. I think it's so funny every time he's like drooling over Nami and Robin. Whenever he's like, "Oh, Nami," like I don't know why. It
right.
just makes
He could be in like any situation
oh
and he'll do it
Nami.
anyway.
Yeah.
God, it's so funny.
Let's do that
Okay,
four
well,
kids
I'm not.
dub.
Well, okay.
Nami.
But the thing is Brooke does that a lot too. In the middle of in one of the arcs, in the middle of them fighting, he asks Nami if he can see her panties.
Just in the middle.
Middle of the fight.
Love
Just completely stops it like, wait guys, this is important.
That sounds like something Roshi would do.
Right?
Hey, let me see your panties. What about you, Joe?
Yeah, it's Sanji, dude. He's awesome. I just think those kicks be rocking the world.
I'm different from you guys.
Zoro?
Because, well, here's the thing. For the longest time, I went back and forth. I didn't know
Yeah.
if I liked Zoro or if I liked Luffy more.
Mhm.
I love Luffy because he is so hilarious.
Luffy's
Luffy
amazing.
is hilarious.
He's so hilarious, and I love his character. He acts like a little kid, and that's part of the reason why.
And
I
I'm
like him.
just saying, but Colleen Clakebeard does amazing voicing Luffy.
Yeah, both.
I
both
didn't
voice
even know it was a girl voicing Luffy for the longest time.
Both voice actresses in Funimation and in the original Japanese.
Yes.
Both amazing. But I really love Luffy. I really I love whenever he gets super serious, and I love whenever he gets super crazy and funny.
Mhm.
And but my second has to be Zoro. I used to go back and forth with that. Zoro's a badass in fighting, but whenever he's outside of fighting, he's just kind of dull.
Yeah.
Except for whenever I like it whenever he can't find his way and he always gets lost. I think that's hilarious.
Yes.
It's hilarious.
My second favorite's probably Robin.
I like Robin.
I really like Robin.
Water 7 had a lot to do with Robin and had a lot to do with Usopp.
Yeah.
Right?
And I'm going to say Usopp's my least favorite.
He definitely is. However, he definitely has some very hilarious moments after the time skip later on.
Yeah.
I mean, even before the time skip, he's definitely very good comedic relief at times.
Yeah, no. It's not like I absolutely hate him, but sometimes I'm just like, there were definitely parts in Water 7 where I was like, I don't like you, and other parts where I was like, he's okay.
Honestly,
Yeah.
he's not my least favorite of the Straw Hats. My least favorite of the Straw Hats is actually Chopper. I find Chopper to be most of the time a pretty dull character.
Sometimes I like Chopper.
I mean, he definitely has his moments, but for the most part, I find him to be quite, just there.
I love the arc that he comes in.
Yes, the arc he comes in, he definitely.
His backstory
definitely
is really
otherwise.
sad. I like his character.
Yeah.
Somewhat. Like, not all the time. Sometimes I'm like, go away, Chopper. But other times I'm like, yeah, no, he's cool. But Usopp always got on my nerves.
I mean,
even from
he's
the
always
beginning.
always doctoring.
Yeah, Chopper's doctoring, man.
Sanji's cooking, Chopper's doctoring.
Yeah. I don't know if either of you seen this, but I watched Black Bullet.
Oh, I love Black
I
Bullet.
saw the first episode.
Oh, I love Black Bullet. That was such a good anime. Or at least
haven't seen it yet, though.
I like the whole policy that they had with the person that was you know how they had the younger person that was always with them. What do they call him again? Fudge, I'm trying to remember the actual name for
I
it.
hate. Sometimes I'm just like, my mind won't think. Shit, I forgot. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I finished a couple days ago, so.
Well, I thought it was pretty good. You should definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know if you would like to invest time into that, Chris. I really enjoyed it. I'd give it
short.
like a solid 8.
It's literally only 13 episodes, right?
No, I mean, I'll probably check it out.
Yeah, I think so. I think it is only
it's only-
13.
it's only like
Those were
13.
really short, like hella brief.
Actually,
But-
that was my only complaint about it. Is it felt a little bit too rushed.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I felt like it was. Yeah, the pacing was a little bit off at times.
yeah, it definitely was. Like sometimes there were like jumps between the time, and it was like it would take me a couple seconds before I'd kind of get what they were getting at, you know. So that's what kind of like led me to think like this is going a little too fast, but I'm enjoying it so much that I can't really complain too much, you know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing more. I liked it.
Right?
It was good. I actually would say that the first couple episodes were really strong. The
gosh.
middle got a little bit weak, but it was still enjoyable, and then the ending got really strong again.
Hmm.
At least that's what I think.
I'd have to say. I mean, I haven't watched it in a while, but I'd say it was like the second fourth, like the second quarter was the weakest for me, and then the rest of it was pretty strong. I would say because it was like I remember it was like some point in between. I'd say like episode 4, like 3 through 6, maybe like somewhere around there. It was kind of like, like I wasn't feeling as urged to actually open up my laptop, like and actually find any link at whatever it may be to actually watch it. So, but overall, it was still pretty good.
Yeah, I watched it on Crunchyroll.
You know what? I gotta start watching stuff on Crunchyroll. I want to be part of the cool kids. Can
Yeah,
I do
man,
this?
Cool kids.
What do I have to do to be part of the cool kids?
Watch Crunchyroll.
Okay,
That's all.
I'll roll your Crunchy.
Dude,
I mean,
Crunchy-
I've got premium membership, so I think I'm the coolest cool kid.
yeah, man.
Oh, definitely. And then he's the perfect balance
Dude,
between
you
you
have
and I.
so much swag. Dude, you get all the women because of that.
Definitely.
All's the ladies.
Dude, forget
All the ladies.
forget Netflix and chill. It's Crunchyroll and chill.
No, I do Netflix and chill a lot because Oron High School Host Club is where I used to get any female into
Oron
female.
is-
Oh, but Oron High School Host Club is like,
Really good.
yes.
Yes, it's a hilarious anime.
Tamaki is amazing.
Right?
It
Oh.
is. He
I don't
definitely.
know, Tamaki's still my favorite in that show.
Tamaki is definitely up there. However, I have always been a bit more inclined towards Hikaru, the one voiced by Todd Habercorn, Hikaru.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't much care about Kaudu. He didn't really do much.
he didn't really do much. No. For the most part, he was there. He helped Hikaru through a bit of emotional stuff, but not really anything in it.
Well, I mean, I didn't watch Oran, so let's stop talking about Oran. No, sure. All that is a great show. Like,
Yeah, really
it
is.
is.
Anybody listen to this, watch that. It's good if you haven't seen
Yes.
that.
And you're going to love Tamaki by the
It's
end.
insane. It's awesome.
Yes.
I want,
He-
by the
he's
way, I
def-
want them to animate more of that because they didn't animate more of the manga.
Yeah, no, there's still the manga goes quite a bit further actually.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I haven't checked it out, but that
I've been
sounds interesting.
Everybody who likes that show wants more.
Yeah,
And they're
definitely.
just like, nah, that's good.
I kind of feel like that. I think they kind of stopped at a good place though, because it's like I feel like some people who try to give more, they just kind of like goof it, whatever it may be. Like they might like try to rush crap too much
Like
or whatever.
Kitano?
Not all the time.
Not all the time, but I just like if they do, I'm just
second
hoping
seasons-
that they don't do it.
Some
like
second
that.
seasons are amazing.
Yeah,
But,
and then
Hey,
but like Gerald
Chris,
said,
Chris,
yeah.
Chris. After Story.
but
Second season.
I
is
still have to
amazing.
watch that.
Come on.
like Gerald said, sometimes when they try rushing things,
That's true.
it doesn't come off quite well,
Yeah,
do
like-
agree
because
with that. No.
or when they try forcing themselves.
Yeah, like they
Like-
try to put too much into that second season, you know? and-
Like Bleach after Aizen.
Oh God, man.
It's not like it turned terrible. It was just not as good.
The arc, the Full Buster arc wasn't near as good. Honestly, in the manga though, after the Full Buster arc, it gets really intense again.
Wait.
Like the one going on right now,
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard it was really
with the
good.
Quincy's and everything. It's pretty
Oh
intense.
man, dude, I still haven't caught up to that. I think I stopped after the Fullbringer, and then like I just cut it off.
There we go. Yeah, no. After the Fullbringer arc, it gets pretty intense again.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I need to catch
what-
up.
Yeah, no, I heard that everybody was like, "Oh man, the Fullbringer sucks," and then everybody was like, after that ended, everybody was like, "Oh, hey, Bleach is awesome again."
Yeah, no.
Nice.
In my opinion, it's the best arc since the when they first went
Society?
into the Soul Society.
Dude,
Yeah,
the Soul Society arc is
so,
amazing.
oh, that was
Soul
the best.
Society arc was
If
perfection.
that doesn't get you hooked on Bleach, you're not gonna like Bleach.
Exactly. I mean,
that arc is
especially seeing Toshiro Hitsugaya's character.
Hisugaya.
Hitsugaya is like one of my all-time favorite anime characters.
He is such a badass, dude.
He really is.
Chris, is he your waifu for Laifu?
No, I keep my waifus to girls.
Do you have a body pillow of him?
I do not.
I do. No, I'm sure.
My waifu for Laifu is definitely Levy from Fairy Tail.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
life
Saucy.
for life. Oh.
Why are you talking like that?
What am I doing wrong?
Guys, our guest star this week is Stitch.
I'm not Stitch. I'm the meatball.
Anybody know what he's talking about?
meatball.
Our Hanneman's family.
No. You know what I do. I know what I'm saying too. I'm from Aqua Team Hunger Force. Don't know what to do.
What is going Oh, you're Meatwad.
Yes.
I've never actually seen that show.
That
Ever.
show's kind of retarded, actually.
Definitely sounds like it from the commercials I've seen.
Yeah, it's meh. Okay. Next thing I watched, I just finished it today, actually. Rumbling Hearts. Anybody heard that?
I have. I actually own it. I just haven't watched it.
You never watched it?
Not yet.
Watch that.
Was it good?
Yes.
All
It's
right.
like it. You said last time we were on here you liked romance. It's not romantic comedy per se. There is some comedy, but it's not really a comedic show. It's like dramatic romance, but it's like
that's what I'd heard. I believe
it's really good. Like most romance, it's just a. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty much a stereotypical slice of life in school kind of thing. This, like, the beginning is in school, like the first couple episodes, but then it's like life after school, kind of like how After Story did that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they go into after they graduate.
Yeah, check it out then.
Really good.
I mean, I've watched the copies of it that I have.
Like, dude, I don't know what it was, but I was watching. I felt like I was going through these situations. It was like
that's never good in a romantic anime.
Grabbed onto my heart, and it was like, this is your life now.
I own you.
Guys, my heart was rumbling.
I had the rumblies that only hands could satisfy.
That was a terrible pun. Okay.
Oh, yes, it was.
I'm gonna go into two more things just at the same time because they're kind of the same thing. They were rewatches. Two anime films, and I'm sure both of you have seen at least one of them. I rewatched two Ghibli films. I rewatched Spirited Away and Ponyo.
Oh, I
have seen Spirited Away. I have not seen Ponyo yet.
I haven't seen that either, but my girlfriend talks about it. She says it's amazing and it's weird.
I've been meaning to check it out.
I was just wondering because I literally haven't seen Spirited Away since they showed it on. Like I used to watch it on Cartoon Network. Like I think last time I saw it was in like
it is the only
sixth grade.
It is the only it's the only Japanese anime to ever win a Oscar.
Yes, that is true.
That is very true.
Oh my gosh, that was big news when I heard about it.
Yeah, it was huge news.
Huge stuff, man.
I love Spirited Away. No lie.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Seriously, the last time I saw it was back in like 5th, 6th grade, maybe.
Dude, that was a while ago. Like, I'm glad you rewatched it. That's worth the rewatch.
You definitely needed that rewatch.
God, that was like 7 years ago.
If you haven't watched Spirited Away, I watch it at least once every 2 years.
I think I've watched it like 5 times within the past year.
I just think it was good. It was really good, actually. I really enjoyed watching it again. I did like Ponyo. I've already seen Ponyo. I saw it a couple years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago.
When it first came out.
Yeah, around the time it was coming out. But I didn't think it was as amazing as everybody said it was. I thought it was good. I do enjoy Ponyo. People can cut off my head later, but I don't think it's as amazing as everybody says. But I do like Ponyo. I do enjoy it a lot. It's very creative, definitely. And yeah, it's good. And Liam Neeson is the dad.
Nice.
Really weird. That was a really weird fact. I just wanted to bring that up. It's really weird to me.
What?
Liam Neeson, yeah.
But see,
yeah.
But the thing about that sort of stuff is, to me, I don't really like that they're like in the dubs of the newer Ghibli films, how they're getting like Hollywood people and Hollywood actors and stuff to voice them and everything.
For the most part, that's what they usually do. They haven't they've been doing that for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, Spirited Away has more like Disney stars. Like, I believe the girl is the same voice actress as Lilo from Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
well, I guess Disney was appropriate.
I guess
because like it's I guess for the movie itself.
And Disney's been Disney's been distributing them in America for a long time.
Yeah, they've had this like connection with them. It's almost like Disney's making the films. That's how close they are.
Yeah, but over the summer, I told myself I was going to do a Miyazaki Ghibli summer marathon. I got 2 movies in before I went off on something else.
I do that all the time. I'm going to do this, and I don't finish it.
I rewatched Kiki's Delivery Service.
I actually have never seen Kiki's Delivery Service.
It's actually really good. I really like Kiki's Delivery Service.
I have seen Ponyo, Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, and Howl's Moving Castle, and those are the only ones I've seen.
I've seen Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, Princess Mononoke, Kiki's Delivery Service, and then over the summer, for the first time, I watched Porco Rosso.
And I've only seen a tad bit of Totoro.
I've only seen clips of Totoro.
And most people I talk to actually haven't seen Totoro.
Yeah.
All right, so manga time. I finished My Wife is Waga Tsuma-san.
Finally, took you long enough. Just kidding.
It didn't even take me that long.
I know.
Surprised.
Which is why I said just
So
kidding.
I actually didn't think I was going to finish it this week. I thought I was just going to read some more of it.
Mhm.
I ended up reading the last 40 chapters in a day.
Holy shit, Austin. I mean, I know I was reading Naruto. I was reading 100 chapters a day, but
You guys can do that, but me, I never do that.
I know.
I was so into it, and I was like,
I've honestly never seen you read more than 10 chapters a day, or in a single sitting.
yeah, no, not really. Well, because I was reading it, and then I took a break and did some stuff, and I came back and read it more, and then oh man, I read so much. You even know.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, I do know you read 40 chapters in a day.
Oh,
I did? No.
exactly.
That's what you said.
No, that was really good though. Good romance. It was a little bit rushed at the end, and I believe that the author had to end it short because he actually owns a restaurant chain in Japan, which is interesting. And so he decided that he didn't have enough time to do both, run the restaurant and also work on a manga. So he decided to end it, but it was a little bit rushed, but nothing major, and I really enjoyed it a lot.
So the restaurant's more important than the manga.
Yeah, that's how it goes, man. Making more money off a restaurant than writing a manga.
Yeah, than having mangoes.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right, so I finished that, and that got me pumped to read more romance. That is so weird to getting pumped to read romance.
I
was
can
like-
understand,
I was
man.
I want to freaking read romance, man. So
I
read a
trust me, I
short,
understand.
a really short manga. It was only 14 chapters. It was super short. So I read it in one day. But it was called Bochi na Bokura no Renai Jijo. There's no translation for that. I
What was it okera nokera? What?
Bochi na Bokura no Renai Jijo. And both, there are 2 words in this thing that did not translate into English.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, translating to English, what did you get?
It was there's no, I don't even remember, dude. It was there was I think Bochi and Jijo were the 2 words that did, or Bokura, I don't remember. It's 2 words, I think it was Bokura, I don't even know. 2 words that didn't translate at all. But that's just, yeah. Okay, I finished that. That was good. It was interesting. It started off kind of cliche, and I'm not going to say it wasn't cliche. I think the whole thing was kind of cliche, but it was still fun. I had a fun time. It was about this kid who goes back to school after the summertime, and everybody over the summer hooked up. Everybody in his class has either a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and he's the only one without one because he's been working at his family restaurant and he hasn't had time to get one, so he feels completely left out. Well, then there's the transfer student, of course, classic cliche. But the transfer student comes in, and she doesn't have a boyfriend. So basically, the class is trying to get them to set up, but they kind of don't know if they like each other or not. They fight a lot and stuff like that. It's really interesting. I thought it was really good.
Tsundere.
Yeah, tsundere. Ooh.
I love reading tsundere and watching tsundere, but I don't think I could ever actually deal with a tsundere relationship.
Oh, good. Don't date Gerald.
I wasn't planning on it.
Gerald.
Yeah.
Gerald is
a
Gerald's at the
tsundere.
Gerald's at the bottom of my list to date.
And I'm a yandere.
Yeah, and they're even worse. So
I'm gonna kill your ass. No,
I'll date a tsundere before I date a yandere.
No, but yeah, that was good. That was interesting. It was really short, 14 chapters, like I said, but it was interesting. And then out of that, I actually read. Did you see how much manga I read? It's actually pretty interesting. I don't read that much manga.
Quite amazing.
I kind of got in this manga craze. But I started reading a series. I actually read the first chapter a while back. This isn't romance, by the way. So a while back, I read the first chapter when it first came out, and I thought it was interesting, but I just never read any more of it. It's called Iron Knight. I don't know if you guys heard that.
I read
I've
the
heard of
entire
it.
thing.
You read the whole thing?
I read the whole thing.
Did you like the whole thing?
For the most part, it was decent. I'd probably give it a 7.
I've read about half of it so far. I didn't read that much. I've been super busy, but I didn't read the whole thing. I feel like it's hit or miss with chapters.
Yeah.
I really loved the first chapter. The second chapter, I was Third chapter, I was like, this is a little bit better. Fourth chapter, I was like, oh, this is getting good again. And then the fifth chapter, I was like, it's just back and forth,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me, I definitely
Yeah, it was really short though. It's 20 chapters, so I will definitely finish that. I'll have that finished by the next podcast for sure. Not like Gerald, where he's like, "Oh, I'll definitely watch Cowboy Bebop before the next podcast. Don't worry." No, I'm actually gonna finish this.
All right.
He's such a
Sounds
liar.
good. I'm a terrible person.
This is set.
I should be beheaded.
Yes, you should.
Oh, okay.
To the beheaded.
Go to the guillotine.
Like all of a sudden it's medieval times and we're just be crazy. Medieval times, the restaurant that is.
Cool.
That's an awesome restaurant.
Yes, it is. I haven't been in a few years
there.
though.
But yeah, so that's all I read of manga, and that's all I watch anime. So I got a shit ton done this time around.
Yeah, sounds like it.
All right, we are wrapping that segment up. Let's go into discussion time.
Wee.
We need a theme song for that. Discussion time.
Da, 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 da.
What did you do? Mario theme?
Yeah, I think that was copyright though.
Man, that would suck. Nintendo is suing you. All right, so let's go into our 3 discussion questions. We're going to discuss this stuff.
I vote that Gerald starts.
All right, Gerald, you're going to start. What is an anime/manga that you have always wanted to watch/read, but haven't yet? So anything that you've wanted to check out for a while now, but just haven't really checked it out for some reason.
Clanad and After Story, because everybody, and I mean everybody, and not one person I know, has said a bad thing about it. They just tell me that Clanad is just amazing, and that if I watch After Story, which I inevitably will if I watch Clanad, is gonna just completely tear me apart.
Clanad is love, Clanad is life.
Yeah.
If you liked Anohana, you'll like Clanad.
Oh, I love Anohana.
I know.
This isn't break out the tissues, but not in a high school DxD way. Break out the tissues in a you're gonna fucking cry way.
Oh, DXD. Just don't get all. Just don't go all Scott Freeman on us.
So it's like you need lotion and tissues for DxD, but for Clanad you just need tissues.
Oh, okay, great. All right, saves me money.
Buy that at the grocery store.
Unless you like to moisturize your face while watching anime, I don't know.
Oh yes, definitely. I think I like to dab it on every single one of my fingers, and then rub it from my eyebrows down.
In a very, very sexual manner.
Yes, and then I like to lick my lips as I do it until they become chapped, in which I have to apply a chapstick.
I can definitely see that being a sexual
Oh my
part,
God.
like an ecchi anime. I can see that.
Me too.
Eyebrows intensify.
You are sexy kawaii Gerald-chan.
Oh man, yeah, that's definitely one that that everybody has kind of brought up. So that's one that I definitely want to check out, and just for what I just haven't checked it out, but I just really want to. And I've actually heard the soundtrack, and I love it.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, the soundtrack.
The soundtrack is great.
Man,
The
dude.
soundtrack.
Oh,
So-
but I found out. I believe I told you guys this, but
Yeah.
I found out that the person who does the opening for Charlotte is the same one who does it for Angel Beats and Clanad.
I remember that you said that in the last podcast, if I'm not mistaken.
You said that it was the same one as Angel Beats.
Yes.
Yeah, and so same as Angel Beats and Clanad, voice actor or singer. And so I think he permanently has her on payroll or something.
I got her on speed dial.
Probably.
Yo,
Just on the
man,
phone.
we need you to do this. Is it sad as fuck? Yes.
Okay.
I'm in.
Suits up like a superhero.
All right. So
Is that it, Joe?
Yeah, that's.
Okay.
I guess there are a couple other ones, but that is the absolute main one.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you had any more to say. But yeah, okay. I guess I'll do my next and you can go last. Chris, is that okay?
yeah.
I mean, we don't like you, so.
Oh,
We
Right.
save the worst for last?
No, it's the best for last.
I don't think me and Austin agree with that.
Yeah. So
Yeah, well, if you didn't agree with that, you wouldn't think I was the coolest of cool kids.
I don't think you're the coolest of cool kids. You just
But-
so happen to be the most balanced.
But you said earlier I was the coolest of cool kids,
Yeah,
Gerald.
you were. You were the coolest of
you
cool kids.
you have fell down the
That has been revoked.
Within the past 20 minutes?
Actually, it happened 19 minutes ago. So yeah,
He has it cataloged.
indeed I do. Yeah, let me
wow.
pull out my notebook.
Handy notebook. We are looking for blues.
It's you write down exactly what we say word for word in that
This
notebook.
handy notebook is the death note. Okay, what I've always wanted to check out, both anime and the manga for it, is Dr. Slump.
I've heard of it.
It's Akira Toriyama's first work before. Well, not his first work, but it's what he did before he did Dragon Ball. It was his first hit.
Yeah, I
And it was really. Huh?
I think you told me about it. You've told me about it before, like whenever we were getting into talking about Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it's just a comedy show.
Yeah, you brought it up before.
It was pretty popular in Japan, like really popular at the time.
Yeah.
But in America, it did not take off at all. Like the anime was never dubbed, and the manga I don't think sold very well with Viz.
No, but in have you either of you heard of the PlayStation 4 game J-Stars Victory Versus?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I believe the main character is one of the playable characters in that.
Aurelie, yeah.
Yes.
She's in. She's also in a couple episodes of the original Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah. And she was a playable character in like Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I've only played 2.
I do remember that now. Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah. I've always wanted to check that out. I've actually read the first chapter of it, so technically I have checked it out, but not like enough.
Checked it out.
I've always wanted to read the whole thing. I remember a while back I was like talking about, I was like, oh, I'm going to buy all the manga. That was like a year ago. I haven't done anything. Bought in the manga. I really want to check it out. I think I'll watch the anime first. I'm usually a watch anime first guy before I read the manga.
Yeah.
That's just me, because I feel like I should experience it animated before reading it. I don't know about you guys, but that's just me.
Mine is just kind of like however it falls.
Yeah. Yeah, whichever one came first.
Yeah, basically, and usually it's the anime, just because, I mean, it's really convenient, whereas, like, the manga is like, gotta find it, gotta click the right chapter, oh, clickbait, no, oh, God, I hate clickbait. Anyway.
Oh, this is a hentai site. Well,
Oh.
while I'm here,
Talking about Faku.net.
I
Oh
did
my
pick up
God.
those tissues earlier.
And the lotion.
I'll just put my Clinad on hold. But yeah, that's me. How about you, Chris?
Mine would have to be Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Yeah, dude,
I need to watch that.
awesome.
Because I
Be on
do.
both of your list.
Yeah, it's definitely on my list. I do want to check it out soon, hopefully. That's definitely top. I also want I mentioned last time, but I also want to check out Higurashi and Another.
Oh yeah, I forgot you haven't seen those.
Yeah, I believe I mentioned that last podcast
Yeah,
as
you
well.
did. I just didn't cross my mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. All three of those. Yes, they're all
Yeah.
really good. I talked a bunch about How to Suzumiya last time.
Yes, you did.
Good stuff.
You've been talking to me a bunch about Haruhi Suzumiya for the past few years.
Yeah, I watched it back in like the beginning of sophomore year. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, is that good? That good?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's get into our second question.
Which you should start.
Yeah, okay. What is an anime that you love but everybody else hates? So it's like an anime that you enjoyed but everybody else tells you that anime is a piece of shit. Let's get into that. I really enjoyed Chaos Head.
So did I.
And people constantly tell me how bad that was. Like they were like, that is horrible. I know people who gave it like
Really?
a 3 on
Oh
my
wow.
list. Like people
I actually
hate
really
that
liked
show.
it. I didn't know people hated it that much.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I didn't know it either. I was like, I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I didn't think people hated it that much.
I mean, no, it's not nearly as good as Steins Gate. I know you haven't seen Steins Gate, but man, that's Steins Gate. That's good stuff. That's like Steins Gate's in my I think it's in my top 10 anime.
Chaos Head was definitely very trippy though.
Steins Gate's kind of trippy at times too,
It really.
but I don't know. I really like their series
Yeah.
from what I've seen. Chaos Head and Steins Gate and Robotics Notes were all really good.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go, Joe?
All right. GT, like, I don't know. I just really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I've probably rewatched it like 3 or 4 times with my younger brother because he got the whole box set. You know which one, right?
I have.
Yeah. So I've seen it quite a few times. That's got to be one that I just really like. That it seems like a lot of people just dislike it, and like you said, like it seems that a lot of people dislike it because it's not by Toriyama. You know?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Me personally, I think
that wrong with it.
yeah, I just think to myself, you know what? If you don't like it, it's cool, but give me a better reason. Like, tell me, oh, well, it just didn't line up quite as well as how everything flowed, like, compared to Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. Cool beans. Like, if you prefer the way they kind of progress through everything, whether it be the fights or really anything at all. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Toriyama actually got to, like, basically watch over the whole project just to make sure that he approved of everything, you know? But that's one for me. I don't know how y'all guys feel about it, like exactly how y'all feel. That's one that I really enjoyed.
I really like GT.
Me too.
Yeah, personally, I thought GT was awesome.
I'm
Do I
so
like
glad.
as much Z? Obviously not,
Oh,
but
no.
I definitely love GT.
No, I don't like it as much as you.
How does it compare to Super?
It's a little early to tell.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
mean, I don't really want to like judge Super yet, but I mean, I'm really enjoying it so far.
I like Super.
Oh God, yes.
Even though there are haters, there's gonna be haters for every show you watch, but
Yeah,
No
definitely.
matter what, bro.
Otherwise, everything would be getting 10 out of 10.
Right?
There's haters for Clannad After Story, but we talk about it like it's Jesus.
Oh, because it is.
Tries to fit in and laughs. Because I haven't seen it.
Get out of here. The door's over there.
So, man,
Saying
my
it
bad,
like we're in
bro.
the same room. Okay, Chris.
I actually, what anime that I love that everybody else hates? I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, actually, but I still enjoy the newer Pokemon seasons. Like the Black and White and X and Y ones. I mean, obviously, I don't enjoy them as much as the classic stuff, but I still quite enjoy them.
It's not like I don't hate them,
Hmm.
but when I have watched a little bit of it, I watched it on demand a few times. I think I even turned it on Cartoon Network a couple times. It's good. I mean, it's okay. It's still entertaining. It's the same show. I mean, it's a lot more cheesy now. I've noticed like the way that I don't know, something about it seems more cheesy. Because I've watched the Indigo League, the original stuff.
Yeah.
On Netflix. I've watched like the first like maybe 15 episodes of that, and it's the same thing I remember as a kid, but it doesn't seem as cheesy as the new stuff, and I don't know if that's just me.
Hmm.
I mean, it's
Even when they were using a frying pan as a drying pan.
use this frying pan as a drying pan.
I'll use my trusty frying pan as a drying pan.
Oh gosh.
4Kids. Okay. We bash on 4Kids like every episode of this thing. We're probably like every single episode. We're probably gonna bring up 4Kids.
Probably.
That's yeah. It's 4Kids. They're not even a thing anymore.
Oh, really? They're out of business?
I think so. I mean, I think that the company is still around, but they don't have like 4Kids Toonzai or whatever they had on there is not on there anymore.
Yeah.
Toonzai, good lord. It was trying to be the next Toonami. It had like this animated ninja on like the previews. It was retarded.
Yeah.
It was really dumb. 4Kids Toonzai.
4Kids.
I remember that. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it really was.
All right. So is that the answers?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's good. Let's move on. What is an anime that you hate but everybody else loves? It doesn't have to necessarily mean hate. It could be like dislike or you didn't like nearly as much as you thought you would, or other shows. Who wants to go first?
I will.
Yeah.
All right. So, I actually didn't like Nabari no Ao that much.
Oh, really?
Really.
Wow.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
I mean,
that show, man.
There were moments, but for the most part, I didn't really. Now, I'm not sure if it's I didn't like it that much, or I just didn't like it as much as I was expecting to.
I mean, that could always be a thing.
I may because I remember I watched it on your recommendation, and I remember you talked it up quite a bit.
I really love that show.
Right? So you didn't like it nearly as much as yeah. Cool.
Wait, you haven't seen that, Joe, right?
I have not yet, but it
Seen
sounds like
anything.
shit.
Oh.
You know what? Back up, alright? Back up. Before you wreck yourself, bro. Check yourself, alright?
Check yourself for your wreck yourself.
Before you wreck yourself, boy. Boy?
I guess I'll go next. The anime that I didn't like nearly as much as everybody else liked was Kill la Kill, and I'm gonna get so much hate with that in the comments.
Probably.
Do either of you see this?
I saw the first 5 or 6 episodes.
I finished it the first, as soon as it was done, I was done.
Did you like it?
Oh, I loved it. Oh my god.
Sounds like you liked it.
Yeah, I loved it. It was like, I think I loved it just because it was...
I liked what I saw, though.
That's
I liked it.
everybody's response.
I liked it a lot just because it was it was different, honestly. It was its own thing. Like,
But honestly, I can see people not liking it because it's very odd. You have to have a very open mind going into it, knowing
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not like I
coming
haven't
into
seen-
it.
It's not like I haven't seen shows this wacky. I mean, I love Gurren Lagann.
in Level E.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm talking about because Gurren Lagann is the same creator.
Oh,
Oh,
Gurren Lagann was like,
didn't
oh
know
my
that.
gosh.
I love
Gurren Lagann was amazing.
Yeah, the ending was the best. Oh my god, it blew me away, man.
Gurren Lagann
Yeah.
was so good.
in that opening theme song, Serario Days.
Dude,
Right?
I remember watching Gurren Lagann. I think I marathon that thing, like
I definitely marathoned it.
on Halloween.
Nice.
I remember that. I was like, fuck trick or treating. I'm gonna watch Gurren Lagann.
Back in I think it was January when we were had the really bad snow days and we were out of school and everything.
Uh-huh.
I was over at a family friend's house. We were house sitting for them, and I marathon Gurren Lagann. I've marathon Madoka Magica.
Kill la Kill though. Going back to that after we sidetrack so much. That's our thing though. Kill la Kill. I don't know. It could have been because of the hype. That never usually ruins something for me. But man, people said this was like I mean, people talk about this like it was.
People really hype Kill la Kill. Yeah.
Jeez, man.
Man, I don't think I ever hyped it. Like, if anybody ever asked me, should I watch it, I would be like, yeah, you should definitely watch it. Like, definitely at least check it out. But I was never, like, approaching people, oh my god, have you heard?
Kill la Kill.
People were like, because a lot of people say the anime, I don't know, for some reason people were saying whenever this came out, like the anime had gone downhill, which I don't think at all. But people were saying that, and then they like, oh, Kill la Kill saved anime. I'm like, I don't think that at all, actually.
No.
I really don't think that.
That's
I think
way,
anime was...
that's way off.
I just feel like people were watching the wrong anime because...
Now, don't get me wrong, I don't hate the show.
Mhm.
I know that's what the question says, but it's not really. I think it's okay.
We all kind of failed
And
on this question.
Yeah, because none of us really hate any anime we've seen. We just... Some we
Correction,
like
I
better
do
than
hate
others.
Mars of Destruction.
Okay.
Yeah, but no one loves that.
But no one loves that, so I couldn't use it for this question.
You're never gonna meet anybody who's like, my favorite anime is Mars of Destruction. No, Kill la Kill. I just don't know. I tend to have more negative thoughts than positive. I don't want to make anybody angry, but that's just I don't know. It's not for me. I don't know. I really thought I was gonna love it, but I don't know. I guess it just wasn't for me. I just thought it was a little bit ridiculous.
Yep.
I mean, killer clothes. Come on now.
Right?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah. How about you, Gerald?
I'm gonna get so much hate for this. Oh, I'm gonna get so much hate for this.
All getting hate. That's kind of what the
No,
question.
you don't understand.
Just
you really
do
don't
it.
understand. Kogias.
What?
Gerald, I'm shutting off this podcast.
I mean, like, okay, look. Let me tell you why. Okay, I guess.
Hold on. Gerald, you hear that? You hear that? Yeah, that's a sound. That's a sound to go away. Get out of here.
I really did enjoy the anime. I really did. But the thing is, I determine it based off of the urgency to watch. I really do because, like, even if I don't watch an anime for a full week or a full month, if I always feel like, damn, I really want to watch the next episode, but for whatever reason I can't, it's like, all right, that's like a big part of how I judge it, you know. But this one is like, I never really felt an urgency to get to the next episode. I mean, it was really good. And it was always kind of like, it was very suspenseful, but for some reason it just wasn't, I guess it was all the hype that people gave to it. And it was like, I guess my expectations were so high that once I hit it, it was like, you know what? It's really good, but I had my expectations at such a high level that...
you did like it?
I liked it, but I didn't like it as much. I'd say it's probably one of the lower ratings, if anything. Yeah. Compared to, like, this is just, like, relative to the amount of love that it receives.
Dude, Code Geass like my favorite mech. I give that shit like a 9.8.
It is my favorite mech.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I know
Eureka 7, probably.
Eureka 7's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. I haven't seen the second series of it, though, the Astral Ocean.
Oh, I haven't seen that either, actually. I can't believe that was your answer. I just, like...
Yeah, I was like...
My brain has exploded. God.
Yeah, it's just like, really? Kogias.
I mean, maybe if I come back around to it, I'd say if I do like a rewatch, I may change my mind, but I guess because of that high expectation, it's just like, Okay,
so, yeah. So, that was a surprising answer.
Very surprising.
Yes,
shocked me to my core.
Both of you guys are like listing off really like anime that I freaking love.
See, and this is why we don't discuss these questions before this podcast. Just that we have very real reactions during it.
Yeah, that was a trip.
So now we're omitting Gerald from everything having to do with anime and manga, right?
Gerald's not going to be here next podcast.
Aw.
I'm just joking. Of course, Gerald will
We're,
be here next.
we're replacing Gerald with someone else.
I can't get rid of Gerald. He's my senpai.
Fine.
We just went into some serious shit here on the
Yes.
AniManga cast. But let's go to the news article. Not quite as dirty as last week's news article.
With
Actually,
Scott Freeman.
okay, so apparently you guys know that the Attack on Titan live action movie came out, right?
Of course.
Yes.
And it aired in America, correct?
Yes, however, I didn't miss it. I didn't know it was airing in America.
No, I missed it too. I haven't seen it. I want to. I'm interested, even though people are saying really bad things about it. I would like to check it out.
I would still like to check it out.
Yeah, I want to watch it as well.
I'd like to give it my thoughts.
My
Personal
opinion.
shit rating.
Yeah, like does it suck or does it suck?
It certainly does suck.
No, I'm sure it's probably okay. I don't know.
Probably.
But okay, so apparently when it aired in America, they were like hyping this shit up, by the way. But in certain theaters, there was about 10 minutes of the movie where one single subtitle stayed on the screen the whole time, and only in certain theaters. Some theaters it was fine, but in that theater it was not. Or those theaters, like, it doesn't list how many, but it does say a handful. At a handful of theaters,
Yeah.
they didn't have the same experience as everybody else. So that would suck not knowing what they're saying. It's just like this one
For
line.
10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, it says that the line of dialogue is "I've been waiting for this day." So I guess everybody wanted to say that in that movie. That should be on the
I've
poster.
been waiting for this day. I've been waiting for this day.
That's what-
I've been waiting for this day.
Yeah, that's what you say when you go to the theater to see it. I've been waiting for this day.
But they say it in different Japanese words every time.
Right?
How many different ways do the Japanese have of saying I've been waiting for this day?
I'm pretty sure that Titan just went roar, but somehow he said, "I've been waiting for this day." So yeah, that happened, and I think that's kind of crazy. Actually, they had a software error, and I don't know how that happened. They still haven't. I don't think they've actually figured out. No, it doesn't say that they haven't figured out what happened, but it happened. I think it just says it just says software error.
That would suck.
They fixed it, I think, but yeah, that would suck to be one of those people.
I wonder if it was one of the theaters near here.
Yeah, I wonder if it was actually. Like if I had gone, would that have happened?
Yeah. I mean, I can definitely see how that would affect somebody's views of the movie, though.
What are you guys' thoughts so far? Like, have you guys heard anything about the Attack on Titan live action movie?
I have not, actually.
Negative reviews from.
No, I've heard that, but I meant like anything about it. Like, I heard that Levi's not in it.
Really?
I heard that they cut
What?
the character. Like, they just didn't put him in it.
How can you have an Attack on Titan movie without Levi?
Well, I mean, technically you can, but
He was the one I was the
No.
most excited about. I'm gonna be honest.
well, I mean, you can. I'm not saying it's not impossible, but it's weird. Like, you should have Levi.
Yeah,
I mean, Levi was great.
he was my favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
He
he was definitely.
He's my
one of-
favorite who's not dead.
Spoilers. Spoilers.
No,
There's
because-
no
no.
spoilers. He didn't list who's dead.
Okay. Cool beans. Cool beans.
No, but I mean, they have. It looks like they have all the other people. At least I think so. They got Sasha and Mikasa and Armin and all them.
So they have Potato Girl.
Potato.
Oh.
She ate a potato one time.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody's like, she is Potato Girl, and I'm like, she ate one potato.
Because it was hilarious.
Well, I mean, they have
Yeah.
Potato Girl in the abridged
Yeah.
Attack on Titan abridged Team 4-Star, which was canceled, by the way.
Was that
Bye.
canceled because of copyright?
Yeah, they couldn't. They were having so many issues with copyright.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't even do it. But
Yeah.
it's weird because I've seen other people successfully do it. I think it's because Team 4-Star is so popular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They just can't get away with it.
Yeah, it's difficult for them to get away with that sort of stuff now.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't believe that would happen at a theater. I don't know. If I were seeing that, I would be very disappointed.
I'd be
Mhm.
really pissed. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
heard
me too.
I heard that they might make an Attack on Titan movie, like for live action movie for America.
What?
Yeah, I did hear about that a while back.
I don't know if it depends on who got it. Like
Yeah.
if they got the right director, I can see it happening, but you never know. I
Yeah.
don't know about this Japanese one. I remember the trailers look freaking badass, but I don't know about
Yeah, the trailers did.
the actual movie. But yeah, so that's interesting. But I seriously, I just can't. I can't believe that would happen at like a handful. I can see it happen in like one theater, but more
A
than
handful.
one is yeah, like a handful of theaters. That's gotta suck.
Which means it's not the fault of the theater either.
Yeah, no, it has to be
Has to be.
somewhere on Funimation's part.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I kind of feel bad for that. They were hyping the crap out of that too. They were like, "You better watch." I got so many emails from Funimation like, "You're gonna buy your tickets." I'm like, "Okay, I can't. No, I don't have any. I ain't got no moolah." So
Yeah.
I think I'm good. No, I'll definitely check it out though, just to see if it's any good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to check it out as well.
But yeah, so that's our news article. I thought that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's as interesting as child pornography, but it was interesting. You know, with the Lolita.
Definitely.
Right, Gerald?
Yep.
Gerald?
Yep.
I still haven't forgiven you for Code Geass.
Yep, sorry. You're gonna have to deal with it.
Lelouch is my lord and savior.
He's your waifu for life.
Dude, for real. Okay. Well, all right, so we're done. We're done with the news article, and we will go into recommendations. So we're gonna recommend an anime and manga to you guys, so or anime or manga and or whatever. So who wants to start, or do I?
I'll start.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to be recommending both an anime and a manga once again.
Sweet.
My anime recommendation is a mostly comedic, however sometimes very depressing slice of life called Welcome to the NHK.
Freaking love it.
Yes,
Oh,
it was
good.
great.
Freaking amazing, by the way.
It's very accurate on a lot of life issues too.
Yeah. It was,
Um,
I remember watching. I watched it like 3 years ago, and then I rewatched it like not this summer that just passed, but the summer before.
mhm.
And man, I still loved it just as much.
Yeah,
Like it's so good.
It's really great.
I actually want to check out the manga for that. So
Yeah.
I heard that the manga, the light novel, and the anime all have like the same characters but differences. Like they're all like kind of like different story elements and stuff. And
Really?
I want to see if that's how different it is. I would like to check that out.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the manga I'm recommending is a comedy manga called A Channel.
I heard of that. I haven't read it.
It's quite funny.
What is that about?
It's basically a slice of life comedy manga about 4 high school girls. 3 of them are in their second year. 1 of them's in their first year. And it's very comedic and funny.
Is it like random comedy, kind of like
Pretty much. It's
Azumanga
mostly
Daioh kind of thing?
yeah. It's pretty random comedy. It's just a different thing here and there. It doesn't really have a plot line.
Oh, okay, it's one of those. I
Yeah.
like those. Those are fun.
Yeah, it was a nice little read. Well, not little. It was like 80 something chapters.
I mean,
I'm
that's
not-
still
and-
kind of little.
I think it's still going, but I'm not positive.
All right, cool. We can jump into Gerald.
All right, cool beans. Well, I would definitely recommend Akame ga Kill. Because I mean, I just really like it. It's overall really entertaining. They do a really good job of kind of keeping you grasped on what's going on, even if you're like, there's not really a dull moment. I would say like everything. It's either like even when they go away from the action, they've got some comedy thrown in there, and it's always just like good subtle comedy. And sometimes it's like thrown in there a little heavy, but overall, like it definitely always keeps you entertained.
You're recommending this to me too, because I haven't checked it out yet. But yeah, so my recommendations. I have an anime and a manga as well. My anime is Robotics Notes.
Okay.
Neither of you have seen that?
No,
Nope.
I remember you telling me about it though.
Same person as Chaos Head and Steins Gate, though, right?
Yeah, I mentioned it briefly earlier.
Yeah.
Great series, actually. I feel like it was very overshadowed by Steins Gate, so not a lot of people really talked about it or really checked it out. And I wasn't sure what to expect from it, but when I watched it, I was like, man, this is good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know. There were certain parts that really got me. It was just like, whoa, like it's got a lot of shock value to it at certain points. It's really good. It's kind of like more of a realistic take on the mech genre, because it's like this robotics team at school trying to build an actual giant mech, and you see them go through a lot of failings and such, and it just seems more realistic. Obviously, fantasy aspects are thrown in, but yeah, I don't know. I really love that show. I don't know. I just thought it was awesome. It hadn't been that long since I watched that. It was this year. I just don't remember exactly when. But it was really good. It was really good. Okay, my manga I'm recommending. Oh God, you guys! I told you guys about this. It's been a while. Onani Master Kurosawa. So that translates to Masturbation Master Kurosawa.
I do remember it now.
I love that series, and a lot of people won't check it out because of the name. They're like, I don't want to read some manga about some dude jerking off. Like, you know, I mean, that's yeah.
Completely understandable.
I wasn't gonna check it out, but I saw a video of this guy on YouTube, and he was talking about it. And he was saying it's really good, really well thought out, and the characters are really developed really well. And I was like, okay,
Developed really well.
oh yeah, there's a lot of plot.
Oh.
No, I didn't know what to expect, and when I read it, it really is. It's super smart. Like the main character Kurosawa, like he's like light Yagami, who jerks off. Like, I mean, dude, he is so smart. Like, he like analyzes everything, and I don't know. It's about this guy who every day after school goes into the girls' restroom, this girls' restroom that like no girl ever uses really, and he goes in there into a stall and he jerks off to one of his classmates, like in his head. And he has all these crazy fantasies, and that's so weird. You know, at first I was like, so weird. Why am I reading this? I felt dirty. I was like, why am I reading this? Someone's gonna see me. But I was in my room by myself, and I'm like, no one's gonna see me. It's about that. But then one day, a girl finds out about his little happy time. And yeah, that she ends up blackmailing him for it, and it turns into this crazy, really good series. Like there were some parts I was dying laughing at the beginning, but it started getting like one of the most serious things I've ever read.
Really,
like, it's really serious.
The title makes it sound like it would be a comedy too.
But it was, oh God, it was so good. I remember just being so into it. It was really good. But I think both of you should check that out, by the way. I think it's hilarious.
I definitely will do my best. I mean, shoot, I should put it on my list right now.
This is so weird, but there's the
Make sure you put the Japanese name, Gerald, just in case somebody accidentally sees your list.
Yes, that was good call.
Okay, but yeah, no, it was really good though. It's weird because the author actually has another series, and it's called Molester Man.
Wow!
He clearly has weird titles, but I heard that it's just like with Onani Master Kurosawa, how it has a weird name, but like it's actually really, really good. I haven't read it though. I definitely want to check it out. But yeah, that's what I recommend.
Okay,
all right, man, that was great. Okay, I think that's the end of the podcast. That's it. That's
a wrap.
That's the doobly-doo. So, all right, we're gonna sign off. So you guys want to say goodbye?
All right. See you guys.
Yep, and see you later, guys.
Bye.